Can you guys hear that? Or can you actually see it through the shaking mirror right over there? It's not looking good for the X5. Anyways, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. It's been a long time and now there's someone trying to pass me right now. Okay. It has been a very long time since I've uploaded a video on YouTube, at least a full-length video, which maybe I'll explain it. Maybe I will leave that for another video, but we are back today and not for a good reason. As you guys can see, you could probably guess from the symptoms right now, or if you can't guess, well, I'll tell you exactly what's going on. So currently guys, we have a drivetrain malfunction as well as a engine oil service, which that's not what I'm worried about. So guys, currently on the X5, we have some severe shaking while idling and at low speeds. We're getting a drivetrain malfunction warning. Now I did scan the car already to figure out what's going on, and the car is telling me that it has a misfire, which you can tell from the symptoms, but the scanner alone just tells us that directly as well. All right, so I spared you guys the boring parts, but you can see here we have scanned the car and we have 7 faults in the DME. So if we click on, no, I clicked the wrong one, dang it. So if we click on the DME, second time's the charm, we read these codes, you guys will be able to see we have injector cylinder 1 activation open circuit. And then what I think is the most important one, that last one, hopefully you guys can see it, but it says combustion misfire cylinder 1 detected. The last one is just about the oil service, which we'll get to today as well, but that's not an issue. For anybody wondering, that oil service is triggered by a timestamp, not by the actual oil or the mileage. So although I am a little behind on it, don't worry, we'll be fine. I'm not worried about that. What we're worried about is the misfire, because that makes the car undrivable. And as you guys know, this is my family car. I can't have this thing be down. So if you are new to this channel, or I mean, I guess a lot of you guys haven't watched my channel in a little while now, I own a couple cars, the X5, the G80 M3 over here, this beauty, which is my secondary family car in a way, which I'll show you guys in a second. And I also own my GR Supra. So for those of you who used to watch my channel, don't worry, all the cars are here. I didn't just sell everything and stop making YouTube videos. All the cars are here. However, this one's currently down. Now, I was saying the M3 is my secondary family car because as you guys can see, well, yeah, I use it as my secondary family car. I have a couple kids. I need this thing to be back up for the sake of my wife, and then also for the sake of my family, and also for my sake because, you know, car seats in the M3, that's never a fun time. All right, now back to hopefully resolving the misfire on the X5. We have a couple goodies over here from FCP Euro, which actually ended up driving straight to them yesterday, which was Saturday, to get these as soon as possible so I can get this thing back up as soon as possible. We have some ignition coils over here. It says BPT, but they're supposed to be Eldor. That's what FCP Euro told me. This oil, don't worry, this is for an N55. This is actually for my brother's 435, the OG 435 on this channel. And then underneath all these ignition coils, you guys will see we have some spark plugs. So what I'm hoping is it's just a bad ignition coil and that's it. Maybe bad spark plug, but I'm thinking more likely the ignition coil. So we're gonna swap out all this, and then we're also gonna get to an oil change on this thing because it needs it anyways, and it's nice out, so I figured why not. Now, I should say guys, because it has been a while since I've uploaded a YouTube video, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are still, you know, on board with this channel and supporting me throughout my more inconsistent uploads lately, I will say. I do still plan on making videos. It's just with the bad winter, it was kind of tough to justify going out in the cold and the snow to make a video to get 2,000 views. So I think during the spring, when I actually want to just work on the cars anyways, I'm gonna make more videos then. Actually, I have a whole bunch of stuff for the cars. So do stay tuned. The channel's not done, it's not dead. I do post shorts more frequently because they're easy to make, but we will still post long form content. As a matter of fact, this is my favorite type of YouTube video to make, the long form videos. One, I think they're better and they're just more entertaining to someone like me. And also, I like the audience that watches these videos more than the short form, but keep that between you and I. All right, first step, let's get rid of this damaged engine cover, which by the way, was Mike's fault. So Mike, if you're watching this, where's my engine cover? There's a super loud plane above me right now, so man, these are the things I don't miss about making YouTube videos. We have an external 8 right over here. It doesn't actually come out, by the way, it stays attached to it, but you obviously just wanna loosen that. And then we have our connection here. Next up, our hopefully messed up spark plug. I'm hoping it's messed up because obviously that will just tell us that's the issue. All right, boys, we got our spark plug out and we also got our ignition coil. We're just gonna replace these and see if the misfire goes away If it does, obviously I'll change the rest of them. But for the sake of just finding out the answer as soon as possible, we're gonna do this. But here's the spark plug. The spark plug looks pretty okay to me, except for, I don't know if you guys can see that. It looks like, almost like a chip. Hold on, let's try to zoom in. You see that? Come on, focus in, you stupid camera. All right, you see those like chips on it? See what I'm, this is a good time to remind you guys, I am not a mechanic. We're gonna do the basic stuff and see if this resolves it. If it does not, I have a good shop that I always go to. It's called Precision Motorworks, and they are amazing. They know what they're doing. They build engines, they build cars. We will take it to them after if we can't figure it out here. Right, so we got our new ignition coil right over here. We got our new spark plug. I think these come pre-gapped. I'm not sure. Regardless, we're gonna check them with this little gapping tool I have. So looking at FCP Euro's site, it does say that they are pre-gapped to 0.031, which is 0.8, but yeah, all right, we should be good. All right, well, with that in mind, first spark plug, and the most important one is going in. And now for our new ignition coil, which I think is gonna be the real savior, but we'll never know. I have never been so nervous to start a car before. Like, I'm really hoping that this works. Now, honestly guys, the reason why this is making me so nervous is because not only can it mean that there's a bigger issue with the car, which this car, shut up, with this car, I'm already kind of worried about because of other issues that it's had in the past, but it's also because this is my wife's car. Oh, that's too high, hold on, let's adjust this. It's like a tripod inside the car. But anyways, no more stalling, let's fire it up. Bismillah. As you can see, the car is still shaking like it did before. That can only mean one more thing if this really is a misfire, and that's fuel injectors. Unfortunately though, I am officially out of time. So with the help of insurance, I got it towed over to Precision Motorworks to hopefully get those fuel injectors replaced. Well guys, it's been a couple days, probably like a week or so since those last scenes. And the X5 is now good. But it's a very stupid and funny story. So I'll just quickly show you. So if we fire it up, the car runs nice and smooth. We have no check engine, shut up. We have no check engine lights, no malfunctions. We do still have some, you know, warnings, check controls, engine oil service, which we will take care of today, but we no longer have that misfire issue, which by the way, is definitely confirmed was in fact a misfire. So as embarrassing as this is to admit, I'm still gonna admit it because, you know, I'm not gonna hide stuff. If I do something stupid, I'll tell you guys. Shout out to Precision Motorworks because they found out that all that was wrong with the car was a fuel injector was not plugged in. Like, come on. So if you guys look back at the codes, the real code I should have been worried about was that first one, fuel injector open circuit, because it was literally just not plugged in. Now, how does that happen? I don't know. I don't know if I've been saying it earlier in this video because I was filming it like a week ago, but when this first happened, my wife was driving the car, she was turning left, she said, and she gunned it to basically like, because there are like some cars coming or something, whatever. She gunned it more than she usually does, she said. And that's when this all started happening. So my guess is that connection was loose. And then when the motor shook, it fully came off. Now, what made it loose to begin with? I don't know. If you guys know these BMW tabs, there's always a tab and then a locking portion. So my guess is someone worked on this car at some point, never fully locked it in, and over time it just kind of like shook loose until my wife gunned it and it finally just came fully loose. Now, I probably should have checked that from the beginning before going through this whole rabbit hole, but it didn't even cross my mind that something like that would cause this issue. So yeah, that's the whole story. Kind of anticlimactic in the end, but honestly guys, a pretty good ending. So overall, the car does not need spark plugs and ignition coils. I did still do that first one, so we'll just do the rest of the 5 because we might as well at this point. And while we're working on it, we're gonna knock out the oil change as well. All right guys, about 30 minutes or so later, all the spark plugs and ignition coils are done. I'm probably gonna have to do all this, but I did it. Anyways, I gotta clean up my mess over here, then we're gonna jump to the oil change. Oh, by the way, one of the spark plugs, which I think it was this one right here, did actually have a trace amount of oil on it. You guys can probably see it. It's really at the bottom here, so I'm wondering maybe it just wasn't seated correctly. I'm gonna try not to stress this too much, but I'll maybe do a little bit of research. And if you guys have any ideas down in the comments, drop them, because yeah, it's not like crazy, but there's definitely some oil on this thing. All right, boys, so we got the X5 on the race ramp. So I also put a jack just in case. I'm just kind of paranoid. We're gonna knock out this oil change. I'm not gonna film the whole thing because I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of oil changes on a V50 at this point on my channel and as well as on other channels. So anyways, I'm not sure how long this video ended up being, but it's a video. So with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one, which will probably be a mod for the M3. I'm gonna try to film that today, actually. But TBD. Peace. All mine if you don't listen that much. But some of y'all don't listen at all. The same they be pushing, yo.